Hello and welcome to our first highlight video on the European Communication Monitor 2024-25. My name is Caroline Siegel and I'm the project manager of the European Communication Monitor. And today I'm here with Professor Rolf Tench from Leeds Beckett University in UK, who is part of the ECM research team and will give us some brief insights on this year's ECM study. So hi, Rolf.
Hi, Glenn. Hi.
So before we take a closer look at the topic of this year's study, please tell me what is special about this year's ECM?
Thank you, Caroline. Well, this is an interesting study because our approach is grounded in extensive and in-depth conversations with an elite sample of chief communication officers from Europe's top 300 companies, making it a unique study. And we examine management practices and their impact on corporate communications at three levels: at the macro, the meso, and the micro level. And this layered approach lets us see what we might see as the ripple effects from global strategic levels right down to individual practices within organizations. And as I've mentioned, this is a unique global study in strategic communication, as it's the only one that truly applies high levels of scientific rigor to understand how communication leaders shape the future under complex and often what we might see as very competing demands. And it builds on the work that we've done for over 18 years as a team, where we've been studying communications in Europe. And some of our viewers may know of this, as it was formerly a quantitative study that we've been running since 2007.
So thank you, Ralph. The next question would be, what topic did you highlight in this year's ECM? So what was explored?
Well, we had a central theme, and the most important part of this study is a central theme around tensions. Now, we know that managing tensions has become, for many in working world, the new normal, and particularly for communicators. And by tensions, we mean those competing yet equally important goals that leaders have to balance, and often under tight time constraints. So our research focuses on understanding how communicators manage these tensions at these different levels I've already described. So at the business level, we looked at how geopolitical crises challenge and make challenging contradictions in the communication and communication strategies that are employed. And leaders need to make careful choices about their stance, often balancing company values with perhaps broader public expectations. And then at the departmental level, we've examined artificial intelligence and its role in communication. AI, as we know, opens doors for innovation and potentially efficiency, but it also brings particular ethical and reputational risks. And departments face a balancing act between embracing technology and maintaining what we might see as a personal touch with their stakeholders. And then at the communication leader level, we explored how our communication leaders grow and adapt in these high stakes environments. And here the tensions that we explored show up in the daily decisions that leaders take and how they navigate these effectively to be successful in the long run.
Thank you, Ralph. So next on, let's briefly focus on the methodology. So how did you gain these insights?
Well, the originality again of this study is that it involved depth conversations, interviews, with a 10% sample of those top 300 companies I've already mentioned. So we spoke directly with the chief communication officers of these organizations. They're all senior practitioners and in the largest companies in Europe, indicated by their turnover and also the number of employees. And many are well-known names, and we've got them listed here, and industry leaders across Europe. And I'd like particularly to acknowledge the tremendous support from those individual chief communication officers who participated in this study.
Thank you. So now, of course, we eagerly want to know what are the key results?
Well, there's a lot to take in from our findings, I have to say, and I'm going to just show a teaser here with a few exemplars on this slide. Because in essence, our study shows that navigating tensions isn't just a matter of survival, it's a differentiator. And that in itself can drive excellence and set new standards for the industry. And I'm showing here just a few teaser points, which will be explored in future video. And then if we think about some of the concluding points on this, the results do look at the insights that are drawn from communication leaders' experiences, as I've said, of tensions, but really focusing those tensions on these three core areas. The geopolitical crises at the macro level, the artificial intelligence experiences at the departmental level, and then managerial learning at the individual level. And in each of these, the themes that we've discussed, they're summarized, and we provide exploration both of the issue itself, but provide practical takeaways and calls to action from the findings that we've produced.
Thank you, Ralph, for these first insights. Before we are finishing off, I would like to know where we can find out more about this year's ECM study.
Well, you can get more. We've got a full report, which can be accessed and available from our website. You can watch the videos, as I've suggested, that are coming up with each of the topic areas explored in their full depth to find out more about each topic. And in addition, if anyone wishes to make contact with any members of the team, we're all pictured here in glorious colour, and our details and contact details are available on the regular website for our study, the www.communicationmonitor.eu, where you will find full details and access to the report and to the future videos.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Professor Ralph Tench, for providing us with these first insights on European Communication Monitor 2024-25.